Yep. What do you mean?
Usually people are thankful for the people that got them into the industry. How can you see Kanye commit more to you and Drake? He's just more for the That's kind of disrespectful. I was Drake, and there's another lie there.
Yo, man, it's got to be that real hip hop feel, man. Get these levels right. All right, something like.
You will now go back to when rap music had hard beats. When it was called hip hop.
Live in the Cipher! Oh. Wednesday night, gotta get it right. Live in the Cipher, chills on the mic. You got cash, I'm worth it, pay me. You can't outfox me, so say that for Jamie. BKS1radio.com, hot like fire, kids, so ring me along.
Yo, man, it's got to be that real hip hop feel, man. Get these levels right. All right, something like.
Hey.
What's going on? What's going on?
Man.
Peace and blessings, everybody.
Peace and blessings.
We back.
Grand Rising.
Yes. What, you say Grand Rising? You stupid.
I love when P say that all the time. Grand Rising. What's poppin', man? What's up?
How you doing, my brother? You good?
Yeah, man, I'm back in the world again. I want to thank everybody publicly that wished their best and gave condolences and prayers. Still need them, though. But it is what it is, man. In my life, I lost my brother. But, again, I feel better. I really do. This is the first week I feel burden-free. It's good. So, yeah, thank you. I appreciate you, too, Storm, for the food that came through that night.
Me and Fuse.
Yeah, good job, man. I appreciate y'all. Y'all my brothers. So even though I don't have a blood brother, I do got a lot of other brothers.
Yes,
so I thank
man.
y'all for that, man.
Yeah,
I really
on,
do.
Man. Look, love you, brother. Glad you're here.
Yeah.
Listen. I'm DJ Storm on the General.
Yeah.
This is my man. Chill.
Mr. Keep It
Yes,
Real
yes,
in the
yes.
building.
And right here next to me is
Short Fuse, a.k.a. The Ghost.
the ghost, Mr. AKA. We in the building, man, live in the Cipher. We got a lot to talk about tonight. I'm glad I'm back, man. Lots been going on in the world. But everything's been good, man. Business is good, man. The opportunities, I'm turning down some of them, bro.
That's
so
what's
it's
up.
like it's a blessing. It's a blessing. Shout out to everybody on the check-in, man.
Yes.
Listen, you're gonna wanna share the show out tonight. We got a lot to discuss, a lot to talk about, a lot of topics that's been on people's mind, especially in the R&B and the hip hop world and everything. We're gonna talk about everything from Chris Brown, what's going on with him, to Ye, to this debate that started on Facebook, on my Facebook page. I was just talking about Jersey's influence in hip hop, and basically I said before there was a Def Jam in New York, there was a Sugar Hill Records in Jersey.
Yeah.
And then most people that with rappers like that understand and know that, they was like, "You right, that's right, Jersey, salute to Jersey." And then some people got upset about it, and then it became a debate. So we're gonna talk about all that tonight, man. We're gonna talk about females in hip hop.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, just a lot of different things, man. Let me just give some love real quick. Shout out to Everybody on the check-in, let me see if I can go to this real quick. Yes, right here. Shout out to Soups,
what's
shout
up?
out to T Hustle. Shout out to T Hustle, man. Yes,
T
yes,
Hustle,
yes,
what up?
Yes, in the building, man. RMG, Sony, he doing his thing, man.
Yeah.
Senior VP. If I got the title wrong, Tony, please tell me, brother.
I see you.
Shout out to KK Rosemond, and y'all doing things, man, over there at RMG, man. Salute to y'all. Let me just clap it up for y'all, man. I need some music, though. I need some music, though.
I just want, I'll matter of fact, I'm gonna wait till you start because there was something that I wanted to just bring up.
Fran G on the check-in.
I'm just a lot of business I'm seeing. I'm proud of hip hop, man. I was just thinking about this the other day. Since the Super Bowl and even a little bit before then, we got a lot of business going on in the world with hip hop. A lot of people taking control of their careers. And the question I wanted to ask you as well, Ghost too, I'm a little envious. Because like now, when we were coming up, we had to depend on labels. Yeah, it is. I am though. I'm telling the truth. Because back then you had to, hey man, listen to my demo. You hope somebody. Now people got so much control. You got control over your own careers. It's just a matter of getting out and getting it.
Is that a good or bad thing?
Good question. I think it's good personally, but you do got to learn it still. I was listening to who was I listening to in an interview today? And people can't stand him, but in a way he's writing a lot the way he thinks. Dame Dash. I watched and listened to his interview with Shannon Sharp, Shannon Sharp's podcast, and Dane is all about. I mean, it's to a point where owning is everything to him. So it's funny. He claims he owns his own clothes. He gets his clothes made from socks to everything. He owns everything. Now, everybody's not born with that ability because it takes funds and money. But Dame's whole philosophy is, I want to own a football team. I want to teach people that we don't need as black people to necessarily dive into leagues and stuff. When we got the talent, why can't we start our own? It was something like that. So I say, to answer your question, goes entrepreneurship. I think is phenomenal, bro. I do.
Oh no, I do
with these young kids.
Maybe I should have clarified what I meant by is that a good or bad thing. Say people like artists own their careers, but I mean, again, I think that it's so much easier for everybody to just get into the game and be an entertainer or artist. Is that a good or a bad thing? That it's so easy for everybody to just jump in instead of having to go through the steps of learning how to do it. Like I could go in the basement right now, record a song on my laptop, and put it on a DSP, and then boom, I'm out there and I'm an artist.
But see, here's the key though. The key is longevity though.
That leads to my point.
That's the key. Yeah, you might have something that gets you in the door and get you across that little line right there. But what you gonna do once you get in there? Can you sustain? You know what I'm saying? Like shout out to T Hustle, and I'm glad he's on here. Since the family. Playing from New Jersey,
facts,
which was on JMJ Records. I think that was that Def Jam.
Jam Master J.
Was that a Def Jam label?
So.
Tony, but I'm not sure. But anyway, I know it was
JMJ
Records. But when they came out and everything like that, think about how long ago that was. And Tony is still doing the damn thing. He's senior VP now at RMG Sony. You know what I'm saying? So like he's doing the daggone thing. He's producing Black China's new record. Tony, the number is let me pull it up for you, bro.
He would be a good person.
646-233-1302. Hold on. 646-233-1302. Yes.
He would be a good person to ask too, as far as the way the genre is going now. Is it better now the way people are getting in? Like you said, going in the basement, maybe clapping, and they rap crap on it, and next you know it's on Instagram and it blows up.
Yeah.
But that's the one thing. It blows up, and then you think I'm a star now and I can keep doing it. But like say longevity. But what happens when it don't? Like if you go through the steps, you might know that all right, this one might not hit, but I'm gonna still push through and I won't get discouraged. If you just go down there and make a song and put it out and it don't get nobody streams it, you might get discouraged and be like, man, I really can't do this. If you ain't got the backing of say somebody who helped you grow to that point.
Yes.
That's what I mean. It's a good or bad thing. It's good you can get it out there, but if you can get it out there without the grooming and the mentorship, you might not be able to take that initial rejection because not everybody's first song hits.
True. Now
Not everybody's first album hits. I mean, we can go through 50 Cent first album. We can go through Mobb Deep's first album, first song. Like it.
Yeah.
They didn't hit until the second one. Then it popped off, and they really took off.
Now, the one thing I will say, the negative part of it, again, during the last time we had a show here, we was talking about all of the gang violence, so forth, so on. It leads to a lot of fake people who really can't rap. It's more of it ain't from the heart. It's just, let me see if I can get it out here and get this money.
Well, that tells on itself after a while.
It does.
You know what I'm saying? If it's not really, if this whole hip hop thing, this music thing is really not in your heart, and you just doing it for a quick come up or whatever like that, eventually people will see that. You know, one thing about it, you can't fool the consumers.
And plus,
you can't fool the people.
It ain't quick come up unless you just go out there straight doing the shows because you ain't getting money off your record sales or anything out like that right away. It takes months. So you might, and if you sign with a label, you ain't getting paid right away. Doesn't that come after a point of time? So it's like it's not a quick come up. So maybe people get discouraged after that too.
Yeah, no doubt. So again, shout out to everybody checking, man. Again, we got a lot we want to talk about.
Yeah,
that's probably my dude calling in right now. From the 626, state your name when you're calling from. You on the live in the Cipher show.
Get it.
BKS, what's good? You.
Can you hear us?
Can you hear us?
Hello.
Heard him.
All right.
I don't know who that is.
Listen. Just give us a call back. So, one of the things I want to talk about. So when I posted that up about, there's always been this thing about hip hop and how it started, or the business of hip hop and everything like that. And of course, salute to the Bronx, salute to August 11th and Cool DJ, Hurt,
Cool Hurt,
and salute to all that, man. Peace and blessings. But I just don't like when people take away the props that from Jersey, because when you really talk about the business of hip hop,
okay,
right? Jersey had one of the biggest hip hop labels at that time, and that was Sugar Hill Records.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
You cannot deny that. You cannot dispute that at all. Sugar Hill Records was one of the biggest labels for hip hop.
Agreed.
Caller from the 626. State your name. Where you calling from? Caller. Yo.
Hopefully you ain't got it on mute. Hello. You.
Nah, we
You just want to listen. Is that what you want to do?
Yeah. All right. So. Yeah. So we listen. So like I was saying, Sugar Hill Records, man, staple in the game. Rapper's Delight was the record that really set it off. Mm-hmm. And so people wanted to argue. And be like, no, it was Enjoy Records. It was in Enjoy Records that was the catalyst to hip hop and all this. And I'm like, no, it wasn't. Because even with the Funky 4+1, when Enjoy came out with that,
okay,
and even with King Tim that came out with a record, dude from Fatback Band or whatever.
Yes.
When he came out with a record, whatever, it didn't have the success, one, of Rapper's Delight. And two, that still wasn't Jersey. That was Enjoy Records. Enjoy is a Harlem-based record label. So it's like when people come at me with these facts and whatever like that, I'm like, no, do your research. Enjoy was Harlem. That was a Harlem label. And it didn't have the success for hip-hop like Sugar Hill did.
Right. Now, Sugar Hill had plenty of hits, and people, you really need to go back and look at the history. Now, when we say not just hits, but we're talking about airplay. I remember Rapper's Delight being on at the time, KTU, 92 KTU, WBLS, and if I'm not mistaken, Kiss FM. They used to play it. Prime time, middle of the day. It was a big, major hit.
Right.
So we're talking about, and to keep it in perspective, at that time, think about that. A rap label. People wasn't even really knowing what rap really was. You had a sample beat, if I'm not mistaken, from Nile Rodgers. It was the good times. Boom, doom, doom. Well, no, that's another one, Bites the Dust. But you know what I'm saying.
Right. That
Did the good times.
Right.
That captured the
Chic.
older heads. And being that rap was a new thing for the young people, it captured everybody. So let's be fair about that. When we say a hit, it was major. And they had more than just one. Eighth Wonder, Rapper's Delight, Melly Mel,
Kool Moe
The
D was on
Message, Kool Moe D, The Treacherous Three. So I'm riding with you on that, bro. I'm riding with you.
I learned something new because I didn't know it was a New Jersey label.
what? Sugar Hill?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Inglewood.
Wow.
Inglewood, man. That's where matter of fact, that's where the Sugar Hill gang was from. Inglewood.
Man, I learned something new myself.
Yeah, and then the other dispute was I'm gonna try to get you connected, bro. But y'all can finish talking while
Well, I'm gonna say this too. Back in those days, and again, you gotta keep in mind, in the comparison. Now, of course, if you're saying what was the greatest label of all time, then in rap, you probably would arguably say Def Jam. You probably gotta say that because they was the first one that brought it to a certain
They took it to
level.
another level.
Yes.
They started signing more prominent artists. They took it to another level, yes. But if you're just talking the history
Yeah,
and the first commercial one that came out, then yeah, you're right. I mean, the first one was
Sugar Hill.
Rapper's
Records.
Delight.
And they made money off of it. And again, I get it. I get some of y'all out there will probably say, well, they robbed and steal and they took advantage of people. What label doesn't?
That's it. Every label.
What label doesn't?
You might want to say that's almost about 80% of record labels that got a story like that.
The hilarious thing is, ask people that got under any major person right now. People say that Baby did it. People say that Puffy did it to certain artists. People say that JD did it to certain artists. I mean, it's part of the industry. It's part of the industry. It is what it is. But that doesn't hold accountable for what Sugar Hill Records accomplished. And that's the big thing.
Yeah, we're just talking history. We're not talking about whether we agree or disagree with people's business practices. That's a whole nother topic.
Yeah, definitely.
Utterly amazing.
Technical issue.
All right.
So we right now we got a little technical issue, but we're gonna go through with it. Keep the show rolling. Because the other thing I gotta admit, and I'll say one other thing when it comes to the Sugar Hill thing that I really respect. People don't realize it was from like Norman was saying, it was from Jersey, man. Jersey in the building. I assumed it was from New York too.
That was the first song. That's the first rap song I remember that stuck with me. Cause in the chicken tastes like wood. In the video film with that old like VHS,
I
they
forgot
with a
they had a
camcorder
video for that. Yeah.
They wasn't even dressed up and nothing. They was just like just been up on a T-shirt and on stage. Yeah, I remember that.
Sugar
That was the
Hill
first one,
Records.
and
Yeah.
that one stood out to me. So that part is right. Another thing I want to mention. What's it? The 25th anniversary of Big's passing.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
RP, babe.
Wow. 20 how many? 25 years?
25 years. Life After Death is 25th anniversary comes out. March 25th is the 25th anniversary of Life After Death.
Bro, I remember when he passed, and that's something else that I think Game, and I don't think, I heard an interview Game said, which might be kind of true.
Mhm.
He basically said, if Pac never would have gotten killed,
Right.
Big wouldn't have died. One was a result of the other. Is that fair to say? Because we still don't have it's not a solved case, right? No.
No, neither one of them is solved.
Neither one.
But no, I don't think. I wouldn't say that. I mean, you'd have to say if the beef never happened. Like if Pac didn't get shot in the recording studio and that started
true
the whole
too.
beef.
That's
that
true.
Because it wasn't tied. It wasn't like people have I won't say suspicion or their thoughts on who killed Pac, and they know he wasn't anybody who was affiliated with that beef.
And that's true. What you're saying goes because in theory, Pac and Big's beef was going on after Pac had the fight in Vegas.
Was it going before that?
It was before that. Yeah, that's what I meant to say. So
now Pac would have got shot and killed in New York. Then you could say, all right, well maybe because then people would have could have say associated it with.
But
Big
I think
and the whole East Coast West Coast thing.
I think
I wouldn't go
basically
that far.
what he was saying was, let's say if, and I wish it would have happened, God willing, it would have happened, but unfortunately it didn't. If he'd have walked in Vegas and said, I'm staying in the room that night and never got out there and got into that fight, there's still a chance that him and Big still would have been beefing. It still probably would have been going because it was going on at that moment.
I think it would eventually would have went away.
That's
somebody
interesting.
Somebody would have squashed it. It would have died out. I don't want to use the word timed out, but the beef would have just faded to the background, and they would just went on with making music and movies and whatever.
I heard a funny story today. Ice Cube. One thing I love about social media now, I ain't gonna lie, I love the little shorts, whether it be on TikTok or where they show quick little snippets of stuff.
Right.
So it was funny. Ice Cube was talking about when he first met Snoop, and he's another businessman. Snoop has come a long way, man. I remember Snoop used to be so quiet. He ain't even like the camera, basically. Now Snoop is everywhere now. But Ice Cube said the first time he met Snoop, it was at his album release party. Snoop's album release party was on a yacht. So Cube said, let me run over there real quick and say what's up to him, give him some love. Okay.
Yeah. Had to shut it down. Everything froze up. I'm pissed.